first of all, I'd like to say it's really nice to see all of your faces. I'm definitely missing you guys, not getting a chance to come out to salons and visit anybody and see the amazing hair that we're all doing. So that's kind of sad. I miss you guys. Love you. So thanks for joining me through a computer screen. Michelle, as a salon owner, you have the responsibility not only to your customers, but to your staff as well. So when this whole pandemic kicked in and salons were still able to be open, what were some decisions that you made to help keep your staff and your customers safe?
Well, I guess number one, I would say that I'm really lucky because I have a really tight group at our salon, and we are very initiative. First, we started with just like social distancing. We tried to separate our appointments out so that we didn't have as many people in at a time. And then eventually, once, we felt like there was enough social distancing orders in place that we couldn't abide by them anymore because, as you know, Amy, we have such a small salon.
Yeah.
We just felt like it was the right thing for us to do. And yeah, thankfully, all of us actually just came to the agreement together to close our doors and just wait it out and see how it would play out for us.
Yeah, I think you were definitely one of my first salons to close. Yeah. Marlo, I know Ange was trying to keep the doors open a little bit longer. She's got a really big staff there that she has to take care of. So for yourself, what was kind of some of the challenges that you had to deal with being someone's employee and trying to do the best that you could to help your business and her business?
Well, the tricky thing with Ange was she was quarantined herself for the last week that we were open. She had gone to Mexico and had just come home. So people kind of just started dropping off. Anybody that didn't have clients were told to go home. If you didn't have a client booked in, you were told to stay home. As soon as you were done, your last client, go home. My last week was really quite interesting, actually, because I got more bookings in that last week than, to the last day that we were open, I was doing 3 people at once, but there were only 3 of us in the salon. So it was kind of crazy. We were still getting, the last day that we were open, we were getting phone calls asking for appointments.
They're desperately trying to get that one last regrowth color before the doors are closed.
Yeah. But we were kind of lucky because we only had, last 2 or 3 days that I worked, there were only 3 or 4 of us in that whole salon. So we had lots of room to spread out, which was good.
That's good.
Yeah. So it was quite busy still.
Well, that's good. Well, I know, everybody's in a different situation, and especially for Natalie, your salon business is in your home. So you had people coming right into your home where your children are also. How did that affect your family?
Well, it was tough because I felt like I was kind of putting my family at risk in some ways, and I was trying not to overthink it, but everything you hear, it's what it is. There is a virus going around. My clients tried to downplay it, I think, just so that they could come in. And it's funny because other people would contact me saying, "Are you still open? You don't close your doors just yet. I need one more appointment. But don't let those other people coming in. You don't know where they've been." I'm like,
so true.
Everyone else makes themselves puts themselves first, right? But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was tough because, like you said, I have my kids home, and then trying to balance them being home. My husband also was working from home, trying not to bring too many people into the house. Yeah, it was a tough decision to close, but I think it was just what was best for my family.
Yeah, like you all said, it's a tough time where the government was saying you have to close your doors. So, like Michelle mentioned, she made the right decision that was right for her and her staff. And then when it came down to that we had to, the safety of the public is really what's the most important. And whether or not you believe this is a big issue or not, there's enough people that are concerned that we have to, hopefully everybody is respecting that to keep that distance and to keep that safety for everyone. We all want to go back to work. Nobody, I think, is happy to be at home, especially in this industry. We're people. We like to be out there. We like to talk to people and interact with people. And being sent home is like being sent to the corner as a kid. It feels a little bit like punishment, and we didn't do anything wrong. So we definitely want to get our lives back. So, Marlo, do you know what some of the steps that yourself with Ange are taking to stay in contact with your customers and to get ready for the day that you can open that salon back up?
Well, we have started our curbside pickup for products. So we've done that a few weekends, and we've got a couple more set up. We are sending out, after Easter weekend, we have all agreed as a collective that we would have an incentive to buy. So if buy 3 haircuts and get 15% off of all of it, and get your fourth free, and buy, just increasingly up, so we get our sales up right away. Yeah. So, and then that gives them an incentive to purchase and just things like that, and just mailing. Just really, I've gotten most of my phone numbers for my clients and just contacting them and making sure that they're okay. So.
That's really awesome. And, I really love the fact that a lot of salons, right as soon as they close the doors, they put up on their social media pages to say that they are still open for product. Michelle, I noticed it at Blunt right away. I thought it was so amazing to see, we can't be here physically for you, but please still come to us for your hair care needs. So I really like that. I think that our customers will feel like they are still really important to us. Was there anything else that you had started when you were closing your doors to kind of thinking ahead to when you get to reopen them?
So far what we've done is just keep everyone, we've obviously let everyone know that we're closed for the time being. But I guess as far as rebooking and reopening, it's just kind of, we're taking it week by week, day by day, and keep hoping that one day they'll tell us we can go back to work. And then we're just, we're keeping everyone booked into their time slot so that we can go through from day one of closing and just get them all booked back in, in that kind of priority fashion of who was booked. We closed on St. Patrick's Day, so who was booked on the 18th, they would obviously have priority to come in.
Yeah.
But another thing, we actually talked a lot about, as a team, doing tutorials for our clients, because then it was funny, my mom actually mentioned it to me, and if you guys knew my mom, she never does her hair and makeup ever. But she told me that she felt like it was really important, and I totally agree with her, to be posting content for our clients as little tutorials and things like that for them, so that they can continue to, feel good about themselves at home. Right, we know how good our clients feel when we give them that nice blowout or fresh color. So I thought it was a good idea that she gave us to, keep up with tutorials and content on our social media, so that our clients can, maybe give themselves a little makeover here and there and actually feel good, even if it is just to go to the grocery store. That's the only place we get to go.
That's all we get. Yeah, we get to wait in line to buy a limited amount of groceries.
Yep.
You gotta get real creative. Thank God we have the internet and we can look up cooking recipes so that we're not eating the same chicken breast every day for dinner. So we have that. That helps. Yeah, the grocery store is all we got. In fact, Natalie just came back from the lineup of Costco at the grocery store.
I did. It was brutal.
My goodness, did you?
Nothing like waiting in line to buy some milk and bread.
Yeah.
What do you do? So now with your business at home, now I know you don't retail as much with being a home salon, but was there anything you were able to do to kind of keep your customers close with you with their retailing needs?
I haven't really got in touch with suppliers yet, but I did inform a lot of my clients that were kind of running out of shampoo, and even just a root touch-up, a temporary, just to get them by, because some people are still going into work. So it's nice for people who are staying at home. They don't have to see anyone, but just offering little things like that, and kind of a curbside pickup. They can come to my front door and pick up what they need. But yeah.
Yeah, we got to do the best we can. I know you had mentioned before that you have some of those root powders, and that was something you're offering to your customers for the people who do have to go out in public and we can't wear hairbands forever.
Yeah,
we have to. We can only hide it. We can only hide it for so long. Unfortunately, we were all cute little 9-year-old girls. We just put in our bandanas and off we go. It doesn't quite work. But Well, I really appreciate you guys giving me some time this afternoon to talk about the difficulties we're going through. And I think it's really good for all of our customers and as well as our coworkers and stylists to see that we're all going through this together. But I'd really love to end this on a fun, happy note. So, Michelle, if you could tell us just a funny story that happened between you and a customer.
In regards to COVID-19, it's honestly been a little tense just because you either have clients that expect you to do their hair and you're not comfortable with it, or vice versa, whatever it may be. But I always get a kick out of the people that are just like, just come to my house and do it. I'll be fine. And how about I might not be fine. I don't know where you've been. But I did have a client ask me, she was like, I can just I'll leave my shoes at the door. I'll wear a garbage bag over all my clothes for you. And I was like, I'm not going to make you wear a garbage bag. So yeah, as soon as we got to the garbage bag point, I was like, we're cutting it. We're done. No one here wearing trash bags around. So
I like it. Yeah. Marlo, what's something funny that you can share with us?
Well, I had a client coming in, and she had an appointment just before or on Valentine's Day, and my favorite candy are the little cinnamon hearts you can only get at Valentine's.
Yeah.
So she went out that day and bought me 2 big boxes of cinnamon hearts, but she hadn't been in to give them to me yet. We had to reschedule her appointment about 5 times, and I got her in on the last day. She brought in this hazmat suit of bags with these cinnamon hearts in them. They were sanitized and then put in a smaller Ziploc bag, and then put in a bigger Ziploc bag, and had another bag tied around it, and then a bigger bag, which she didn't touch the handles. It was just hilarious, but thankfully I got my cinnamon hearts, and that's what I've been eating.
I love it. My treat. Share the love. Right on. That's a fantastic story. Natalie, what's a funny story you can share with us?
Well, my next door neighbor, she's one of my clients as well, and she's been baking for pretty much the whole neighborhood and all her friends, and baking cinnamon buns and dropping them off on my doorstep, and baking bread, making homemade jam. We're pretty lucky. Well, the one day she rang the doorbell and she put a plate of cinnamon buns on my table I have out there, and the dog was running out behind Ellie as Ellie was grabbing the cinnamon buns, and all the cinnamon buns fell on the floor, and the dog got one. So it was Shay's lucky day.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I guess puppies need extra love right now too.
Yeah, so she's made it known that she's got to be priority when I open back up.
For sharing the cinnamon buns. Definitely, that's fantastic. I think, my favorite thing that's come out of all of this is we're really seeing the good in people right now. Communities are stronger than ever. People who I didn't even really know that well checked in on us when we were under quarantine after coming home from vacation. And that was it was so incredible to know that people were thinking of us when they had themselves to worry about us too. So that's just a really lovely emotion that's going around right now. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you giving me some time. Like I said, this is all to get some information out there. I think a lot of people are feeling really lost and alone right now. So I wanted to be able to show them that we're all in this together. They can feel that sense of community.
Oh, thanks so much for putting this together.